Over the non-consultation for the name of the Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman debate. In fact, sources say Akali Dal was expecting the name of party MP Naresh Gujral would be nominated for the post, but it was surprised at the announcement of Harivansh Narayan Singh. In fact, India Today has learnt Akali Dal may abstain from the voting in the Rajya Sabha on August 9th. The party's parliamentary committee would meet today to take up the final decision. Meanwhile, BJP President Amit Shah is in damage control mode and is trying to reach out to all the NDA allies. He has already spoken to Prakash Singh Badal and Sukhbir Badal from the Akali Dal. The Congress parliamentary party meeting will also be taking place today under the leadership of Sonia Gandhi. Party President Rahul Gandhi will also be present.
शिवसेना का सवाल है। शिवसेना के पक्ष प्रमुख उद्धव जी ठाकरे जो भी इसमें निर्णय करेंगे वो हम पर बाधी होगा और हम उस तरह से वोटिंग करेंगे। बाकी अटकलें यहाँ पे बहुत सारी हैं कि भाई किस तरफ झुकाव है, सत्ताधारी के पक्ष में है या अपोजिशन के पक्ष में, आने वाले दिनों में आपको पता चली जाएगा।
कांग्रेस पार्टी हैज नॉट डिसाइडेड सो फार एनी कैंडिडेट. द अपोजिशन एज सच हैज नॉट डिसाइडेड एनी कैंडिडेट, बट वी आर वेरी क्लियर अबाउट इट that it should be a consensus candidate. Of course, of the opposition, we would like to have an opposition candidate.
राज्यसभा में पक्ष और प्रतिपक्ष दोनों मुखर हैं और संख्या बल भी विपक्ष का काफी मजबूत है, इसलिए उनकी आवाज भी मजबूत है और उसमें संतुलन बैठाना डिप्टी चेयरमैन के लिए बड़ा काम।
It's a clear testimony that the opposition parties are being welded together, are being coalesced together to fight it out, the NDA juggernaut, and I think this is a significant victory over the NDA government. By winning the PSC chairmanship, the opposition has dealt a severe blow to the NDA regime.
देखिए, मैं समझता हूँ संख्या बल के हिसाब से अपोजिशन के पास नंबर भी है, लेकिन बीजेपी शुड सपोर्ट, वो सपोर्ट कर दें अपोजिशन का जो भी कैंडिडेट हो, जहां से भी हो, क्योंकि संसदीय परंपराएं, उसके गौरव को, उसकी रवायतों को अगर मकबूल और मुकम्मल अंजाम तक ले जाना, मजबूत करना है, तो भाजपा को चाहिए बड़ा दिल दिखाते हुए विपक्ष द्वारा जो भी नाम निर्देशित उम्मीदवार हों उनके पक्ष में आ जाए।
Now, India Today's Rahul Srivastav spoke to an NDA candidate for the Deputy Chairperson post of Rajya Sabha. Listen him.
If there is a contest, the NDA numbers are not very happy.
मैं प्रत्याशी हूँ एनडीए की तरफ से और हमारे पास संख्या बल है, तभी हम लोग चुनाव में उतरे हैं और मुझे विश्वास है कि पहले आम सहमति बनाने की जो कोशिश हो रही है उसका रास्ता निकल जाएगा।
कुछ दल ऐसे थे जो आपके साथ थे, पीडीपी, टीडीपी, ये अलग हो गए हैं और कुछ दल ऐसे हैं राज्यसभा में जो कि तटस्थ हैं, दोनों तरफ बराबरी, इक्विडिस्टेंट, दे प्ले इक्विडिस्टेंट टू ऑल द पार्टीज. Will you ever effort will be from you and your party to get parties like the BJD, AIADMK, TRS and others to support you?
निश्चित तौर से हम सबकी कोशिश होगी कि कैसे बाकी दलों से भी हम समर्थन पा सकें और पहली कोशिश तो होगी कि कैसे एक सर्वसम्मति का माहौल बन सके।
Will the opposition, will the BJP not like to honor an old practice at one time that somebody from the opposition used to be the deputy chairman?
मुझे लगता है कि ये सूचना ही गलत है आपकी। आज तक रिकॉर्ड 1952 से उठा करके अभी तक देखें तो लगभग 19 डिप्टी चेयरमैन हुए हैं। 19 में से 16 लोग कांग्रेस के रहे हैं और 2 व्यक्ति ऐसे हैं, एक ही व्यक्ति जो 2 टर्म पर हैं वो एसएसपी की पृष्ठभूमि से रहे हैं और एक आदमी रिपब्लिकन पार्टी से हैं।
All right. Let's go across back to my colleague Kamaljeet Sandhu, who is joining us from Visit Chowk near the Parliament. Kamal, now as the tug of war on the Deputy Chairperson post continues, this will be an interesting contest. As you were saying earlier, the eyes would be on who can keep their flock together, but important would be how the fence sitters, TRS, BJD, how do they vote?
Absolutely, because this election is happening after 26 years. Najma Heptullah had beaten Renuka Chaudhary at that point of time in 1992. Now, this is going to be a no-holds-barred election. This is also about upstaging one another, because remember, ahead of 2019 elections, the opposition needs to show whether they can stand united. At this point of time, even in the no-confidence motion, they were badly defeated. Now is a time when they can redeem themselves. They've decided to contest it. It's not as if it is uncontested. They don't have a consensus candidate, which means there would be an election. It also means both of them don't have the numbers. Now, obviously, we're talking about 9, which is BJD. Now, BJD and BJP may be opposing each other in the state of Odisha, but here they are apparently silent. So is TRS, so is Shiv Sena. Now, Shiv Sena has been very critical of the BJP, but it's going to be very important to see which way they will go. Will they go along with BJP? Because obviously, BJP is emerging as the single largest party. They have 73 MPs. Again, in terms of the numbers also, they need to put out a candidate. And remember, as far as Harivansh is concerned, his name is already out. They want to know whether his charisma can really pull out votes from the others. And so is the case for Congress and the opposition. They want to have a member, such an MP who could be a deputy chairperson, who can actually draw in the votes from the opposition. Now, this is a very unlikely scenario. But now that both the opposition and the ruling party are willing to go in for that contest, we'll really have to see. And remember, opposition has not decided a member just yet.
Yes.
So tomorrow is the last day. By noon tomorrow, they'll have to put in the word. There is a party panel which was happened yesterday in Ghulam Nabi Azad's room. We know at 1 o'clock the opposition members, after the Rajya Sabha period, will go and meet again and decide on that one name which could actually put up a fight against the BJP party.
Thank you so much, Kamal, for joining us with all those details. Now, there is no end to the controversy over the appointment, over the elevation of Justice Joseph to the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court judges are up in arms over the government placing Justice Joseph at number 3 in the seniority list. Judges of the Supreme Court met the Chief Justice on Monday to discuss the issue and asked him to intervene. Remember, senior judges are upset as they feel since Justice Joseph's name was in principle reiterated before the recommendation for Justice Banerjee and Justice Saran was made, he should have been their senior in the apex court. Meanwhile, the Congress has also waded into this controversy. Senior Congress leader and lawyer Kapil Sibal has said Justice K.M. Joseph's downgrade in his elevation to the Supreme Court will be marked as a black day in the history of the court. Government sources, meanwhile, claim it went purely by the time-tested principle of High Court seniority list. Justice Joseph will take oath as the Supreme Court judge today.
It's a challenge to democracy that we will face in times to come, and the message sent to the judicial family is that if any judge sets aside, for example, a presidential reference or a presidential rule or any other important matter, decides against the government, his or her elevation to the Supreme Court will be in jeopardy. And we will treat you the way that we are treating Justice Joseph. And that's most unfortunate.
The issuing of warrants is a function of the government, or these are presidential warrants. And who takes oath when is not the function of any other judge. Therefore, I don't think it is in good taste that any kind of a pressure should be created on the Chief Justice or the government to nominate a particular person.
जो नियम है, जो परंपरा है और जो वैधानिक रूप से सही है, वरिष्ठता के आधार पे कम से कम उस कुर्सी के लिए तो अवश्य तय हो जाएगा जिस पर पूरे देश को न्याय देने का भरोसा है, उसको तो न्याय मिलेगा ही.
Anusha Soni joins me on the broadcast for more on this story. Anusha, just break it down for our viewers so that they can simply understand why is there controversy now on the seniority as far as the Supreme Court is concerned. What are the set precedents as far as this entire story goes?
So, Ankit, there is no set parameter as far as the elevation to the Supreme Court is concerned. What is simply the norm is usually at some instances, like in the elevation of Justice Lokur and Gujan Joseph, we have seen that the Chief Justiceship was one of the parameters for elevation. And right now, when Justice Chilameshwar and Justice Deepak Mishra were elevated at the same time, then the seniority of the High Court was taken into account. Seniority is just one of the many factors which is taken into account. There are multiple things which the government and the collegium looks at. Now, this insistence of the government to look at a seniority in a certain way is clearly a clash of views between the judiciary and the centre, with no clear memorandum of procedure being in place right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us with all those details. We will come back to you for more on this story, Anusha.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.